So, yeah, I thought I was gonna, which I got the other version as well. I didn't realize, I guess, that I could switch it through the one that I had. So it was totally unnecessary, and I could have started this a while ago instead of thinking there was just more obstacles. We're officially starting the uh my pathway. So we're gonna see how far we get on that tonight. And over the next, I guess, 2 weeks, this is a 2 week thing. Um, we'll see.
In this first series of tutorials, you'll master the essentials of navigating in the Unity editor. Because Unity is such a powerful program that can do so many things, the interface can be overwhelming at first. So we'll start from the very beginning, making sure that you're comfortable moving around the interface. In an outdoor playground scene, you'll learn how to confidently navigate 3D space. You'll use fly-through mode to soar through scene view and frame and orbit around key objects in the environment. You'll also master the move and rotate tools, allowing you to precisely position and orient objects to design your own unique creations. You'll even learn some pro tips for working effectively in Unity, like using keyboard shortcuts to switch between tools, toggling between coordinate systems, and using isometric view for more efficient workflows. Learning to navigate 3D space confidently in Unity is like learning to swim before diving into the deep end. It's critical. It equips you with the skills you need to stay afloat and have fun once you jump in and start creating. So, let's get started by building the essential skills that will empower you to create with Unity.
I think maybe I should take the volume down on this though. I want to end up getting like copyrighted or something. So I already know that I moved mine. No, I gotta move it back. Ish. I don't know. There we go. All right. So that's back-ish. Okay, open a scene from the project window. What's this say? Starter scene, yeah. Why did I put this in? I just, yeah, put it in the thing. Hit the slider button. Let's see the assets list. We're seeing contents in the hierarchy window. So here. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should read this. That was part of what I was wanting to do here anyway. Reading it out might help. Did you notice the hierarchy window, which is on the left of Unity's default layout? It was automatically populated with lists that when you open the scene. The hierarchy window is where you organize all the things in the game world. These things are called game objects. There is an important difference between the project window and hierarchy window. The hierarchy window displays the game objects in a different scene, in a current scene. Oh, maybe I should make sure that this is actually streaming. I always just take for granted that it is. Okay, it is. I'm going to unplug this up so I can keep an eye on my chat though too. Not like I don't think I'll get anyone in here. I probably should check to make sure that my Discord stated that I'm doing one as well. Or I might do it later. We'll see. Um, oh, back open my. In there. I just have my chat open anyway. Oh, I don't like that either. Alright, be comfy. Okay, there's a important difference between the project window and the hierarchy window. The hierarchy window displays all the game objects in the current scene. The project window displays all the assets available to your entire project, whether they are in the current scene. Instructions in the hierarchy window, double click some of the game objects and notice what happens. The selected game object is framed in the scene in the center of the Unity interface. Your directional light, tunnel, your stairs, the landing, the player. No star. Nice. Okay. The return to view allows you to see the entire room and double click the ground game object. It will frame the entire ground in view. Move around in 3D space in scene view. In the center of the default Unity editor layout is the scene view. This is your interactive window into the world that you're creating. Use the scene view to manipulate objects and view them from various angles. With your cursor over the scene view, right click and drag. So cursor turns to an eyeball. Yeah. You can go to the forward, back, left, and right. Yeah. It's like turning your head to look around in the real world. Release the right mouse button and use the arrow keys to freely move around in scene view. Oh. The up and down arrow keys move you forward and backward, left and right. As a challenge, use the navigation techniques to get a good close-up view of the robot character. Okay. If you ever get lost in the scene view, simply go back to hierarchy window and click one of the game objects to frame it and center it in the scene view. That'll be the player area. Oops. Okay, use the pan tool. That's the middle mouse thingy, right? Um, Default, there's a floating toolbar in the upper left corner of the scene view. Yeah. These are the main scene view tools. There are also a number of toolbars above the scene view. These toolbars include buttons and settings that allow you to change the way your scene is displayed. For now, avoid clicking on those tools. These selections can't be undone, and it can be hard to know how to reset your settings. Don't worry, you'll get to those options later. Instructions. In the hierarchy window, double-click on the stairs game object to frame it in the scene view. Select the top tool from the toolbar that looks like a hand. This is the pan tool. Pan tool is the same as the view tool. When the pan tool is selected, left click and drag the scene to pan from side to side. Notice how you can see the changing reflections of the sky and the shiny material on the stairs as you pan from side to side. Learn how to make your own materials later. Yeah, alternately, you can just click the mouse with Enter play mode in game view. If the scene view is like a movie set, then the game view is what you see through the camera, and it's the end user of the experience you will see. When you enter play mode to test your application, you automatically taken into game view. By default, the game view will appear in the same area of the editor as the scene view. When you exit play mode, you'll automatically be taken back to the scene view. Select the play button at the top center of the editor and see what happens. You can move the robot character around with the following controls. So we're gonna Spacebar to jump, use the mouse to rotate your view, shift key to run. If your cursor disappears, press escape to see it again. Try to jump and collect the star from the platform at the top of the stairs. It will be just out of reach, but you'll try to fix that in the next step. When you're finished with play mode, press the play button again to exit play mode, and return to the scene view. Important, it's crucial to exit play mode when you're done. Testing, if you remain in play mode, none of your changes will be saved. So, edit the game object's properties in the inspector. This is right here. The inspector window is where you'll find and configure detailed information about game objects. When you select a game object in the scene view or the hierarchy window, its components are listed in the inspector window. Components describe the properties and behaviors of game objects. In this step, you'll use the inspector window to position the star a bit closer to the platform so that the player can reach it. Okay, and then locate its position, rotate scale values on the inspector window. Reduce the X position value by 1 or 2 units to move the star closer to the platform, and reduce the Y position value by 2 units. Remember, you can always undo any unwanted changes with Control Z. Enter play mode again and try to jump and collect the star. Okay, well, I kind of want to not do it like that because we can, yeah, just move it and then play mode when you're done. Save your scene. Oh, did it not? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, first, the first guided tutorial, Unity Essentials Pathway. There are some things you learn how to do along the way. Open a scene. Yeah. Frame a game object in the scene view by double-clicking on the hierarchy window. Explain the difference between the project and hierarchy windows. Explain the relationship between the scene view and inspector view window. Look around the scene in the view tool. Look around the scene in the pan tool. Identify the windows that appear in Unity's enter default view. Start and stop play mode, game view, and save the game. Instructions: proceed to the next tutorial when you explore the playground scene to master 3D navigation in the scene view. Okay, master 3D navigation. Navigating 3D space in the scene view is an absolutely critical skill for working with Unity. Trying to create something in Unity without first mastering this skill would be like trying to learn how to draw without learning how to fold a pencil or hold a pencil. If you've never worked with the other 3D creator tools before or played many games, working in a 3D environment can be pretty challenging at first. But don't worry, you'll get some practice here to set you up for success. In this tutorial, you'll get some comfortable moving around in the scene view through short series of fun challenges and playground scenes. Okay, open the playground scene. In the project window, in the Open Unity Essential Scenes, click one under the navigation. Playground. The project window, Open Unity Essential Scenes, open, okay. Navigation scene, got it. Frame the 4 playground areas. The hierarchy window represents the structure of the current scene in a tree-like format. It shows every game object in your scene. When you double-click on a game object in the hierarchy window, you can quickly zoom into it and frame it nicely in the scene view. In the hierarchy window, locate the playground areas game object. In the playground areas game object, expand it using the fold-out triangle. Okay, there. Yeah, swing set, pick the table. Double-click all 4 to quickly frame them in the scene view. Okay, got the swing set, the picnic area. There. Play structure and the fire pit. Parent playground areas. You will frame all 4 of the objects in view. You slide through mode in scene view. Just doing this. Slide around here. It's gonna take me forever if I'm reading all these out though, for real. Open the keyboard shortcut reference sheet. Oh, nice. Where's that at? I was gonna write all this shit down. The Unity editor has a lot of keyboard shortcuts. You're learning to use them will provide you with a helpful cheat sheet you can reference. Awesome. In the projects window, navigate to Unity Essentials folder. Select the shortcuts cheat sheet asset and read it in the inspector window. Oops, I didn't want to open it. Cancel. Open. Whatever. If you hold the right mouse button and drag frame, press F in the scene and double click game object. So like that. Awesome. Okay. Orbit. Hold alternate and left mouse button drag. Zoom, scroll wheel, fly through mode. Okay. Scene view tool shortcuts. Q, W, E, R, T. Miscellaneous shortcuts, undo and save. Control S and Control Z. Got it. Enter play mode and enter an incorrect code. Now that you have the basic understanding of how to navigate this in scene view, you're ready to start in the scene view. Scavenger hunt. The purpose of the scavenger hunt is to find 4 hidden numbers that combine to form a 4-digit secret code. If you enter the code correct in play mode, you will be rewarded with some fireworks. Don't try to find the hidden numbers yet. You'll be given clues on how to find them in the coming steps. For now, you'll just see what happens when you enter an incorrect code. Press play to enter play mode and locate the text entry box in the center of the game that says enter 4-digit code. Remember, when you are in play mode, in the game view, you will no longer be able to fly around in the environment like you do in scene view. Enter any 4-digit number in the input box to see what happens. And exit play mode. Remember to exit play mode. Was it freeze? It did, something froze. Use slide through mode to find the numbers on the swing set. There's a number on the back of the swing set. In the video down above, the numbers appears as a red square, but there will be a real number in your scene. Remember, you can always reorient yourself by double-clicking the game object in the hierarchy window. So we're going to go to this swing set, and then we're going to look for, oh, that's right, we got to do it in play mode, don't we? Oh, no, we don't. 2. Second number inside the grill. Like inside the grill. Zero, so 3, 0. Wait, was the other one through? 2, 0. Bottom of the play structure. Alternate and left click, huh? What? Oh, with the move tool selected. 20 20 0. Mhm. Video mode. The digit looks like three red cubes, but near no appears. Remember. See if you guys clearly against the background. Right click them and show background. Scene view. Click directly on the fire pit set between the two door chairs. Press F to further view. Fire pit frames. Use the country supposed to view it directly from one side. Let's say front, back, left, right. Top or bottom, you'll know that you're in isometric view when the three lines to the left of the label are parallel with one another. So merely see the fourth hidden digit. Continue rotating around the fire pit with the help of the gizmos to reveal it. Not gonna see it. One? Is that it? 1 2 0 0 1. Is that not it? Is it not a one? inside the fire. Hold on. Another video. Let me check that real quick. Okay, that was a 0, right? That's a 0. That's a 0. 2. It's just this thing with 4. 2004. Yeah, so we'll buy. Alright, it's done. That tutorial is done. That's the scene view flying test. There's no such thing as being too comfortable with moving around a scene. The more comfortable you are maneuvering in a 3D space, the more confident and carefree you'll be when working in Unity. Learning to navigate 3D space is a lot like learning to drive a car. At first, it's very overwhelming and scary. It takes hours and hours of practice before you feel comfortable. Eventually, you'll be able to do it without thinking too much. In this tutorial, you'll fly through a series of rings around the playground and even get more comfortable moving around the environment. Okay. Move to the start of the rings course. Before you begin going through rings, just activate the flying course to get in position at the start line. Select Rings Game Object. Now it says grayed out because it's currently inactive. The Rings Game Object still selected. Look at the top of the inspector and locate the checkbox next to the rings, and then enable the checkbox to activate the game object. In the hierarchy window, expand the rings game object and frame ring 1 by double-clicking it in the hierarchy window. You can tell this is the first ring in the course because it has a red hoop. Hold alternate and left-click to orbit behind the ring, and you'll be facing the next ring, and the arrow is pointing away from you. Load up, but just not put it in. Alright. Okay. frame, orbit, zoom through the rings course. First, you'll go through the rings using a trusty technique, and will serve you well for Unity frame, orbit, and zoom. This technique allows you to quickly focus on any game object from any angle you want. Zoom through the center ring using a scroll wheel or trackpad. You'll need to zoom all the way through in order to select the next ring course. Did I do it? Oh, oh, that's the first one. Ring one is right there, right? And now flying using that. Alright. Hide the rings. When you're finished going through, inspector and click to deactivate. View and proceed. Design a mural in scene view. So I'm gonna take a break here for a second though. I've been going for almost an hour. That should be good.